all up between the 16 break-ins I had at my workplace last year in a stolen vehicle. I had over $200,000 worth of damage done to my workplace and my vehicle that has come straight off my bottom line. That's the cost of living in Alice Springs at the moment. It was stolen, driven around town, and then it was taken out and then set on fire and burnt to the ground.
Ben Crawford has called Alice Springs his home for life. But crime and a perceived failure of the government to address its drivers has left many like him on the brink.
This place has pushed them to the end. It's pushed them to the end and they've just gone, enough. I just can't deal with it.
With a territory election looming, the questions keep coming about what it will take to bring down the crime rates and when.
A bottle shop worker has been killed in a brazen stabbing in Darwin's northern suburbs.
My government will declare an emergency situation in Alice Springs.
It starts with our police needing better powers.
Governments have failed us, let's be real.
On the other side of the territory, it's training day for the Palmerston Raiders. Talk to anyone here, crime has flow-on effects on their daily lives.
Unfortunately, you'd like to say it's avoidable, but it's not. It's there, it's raw, it's in your face. It could be just down the road.
Yasmin Isaac knows it all too well. Her family home in the remote top end was recently ransacked.
My parents went back to see, people walk into a house and just take everything. Yeah, felt very violated.
Here in the Northern Territory, last year saw a record number of assaults, unlawful entries and motor vehicle thefts. Now, both major parties are promising voters they can bring down crime rates. On Labor's side, they're offering more than $500 million for police to increase the number of officers on the streets over the coming years. They'll also repurpose 2 rehabilitation facilities into low-security women's prisons, and earlier this year passed legislation empowering the Police Commissioner to be able to call a curfew across the Northern Territory. On the other hand, the Country Liberal Party want to lower the age of criminal responsibility from 12 to 10 years old. They also want to introduce youth boot camps and prisoner programs, as well as build new jails and make breach of bail a criminal offence. Some aren't waiting on the government to find solutions. Raiders president Rod Greenwood, or Greenie as he's known by the players, knows the value of a safe place. His team offering a chance for those caught up by the impacts of crime to blow off some steam on the paddock.
We've got police officers, we've got people that have, unfortunately, they've had to serve their punishment or do their time, but they've come here and be equal with everyone and get to play the game together, and that's the best part about a club.
For this organisation in Darwin, working with mainly First Nations boys and men to try help steer them away from a path of crime, it's not the major parties that have the solutions.
The way we do things are different, and they have to be different because what's happening right now with the youth justice responses doesn't work.
What does good help look like for you?
4 years ago, Jai Cardona started Brother to Another. He says short-term solutions can't create the lasting change required for a safer Northern Territory.
So we need to look at multi-generational change, which won't happen in an election cycle, which most politicians and most parties don't want to look at those long-term solutions because one, it might not be pretty enough, or it just might not happen with significant change in that 4 years, as opposed to hitting a curfew or changing an age or having more police.
A firm belief that the answers to the NT's crime problems already exist in the community. And now it's up to the next government to prove it's listening. Myles Houlbrook Walk, ABC News.